Where do we begin? It all started in 1988. I was born and raised in Phoenix, Arizona. That's where I spent up until the end of 5th grade in the desert down south. I grew up a pretty happy kid. Basketball, I loved to be outside, I loved to get sun, and I loved to just move around and move my body. My parents were pretty active, middle class. My dad was in the military, so I have moved around quite a bit from place to place. And to me, that taught me a lot of resilience. It taught me a lot of resilience of having to start over again, having to build new friendships, meet new people, use new skills to be personable and to, make new acquaintances as I was growing up. After Arizona, we had moved to Utah, and Utah was a very enlightening experience for me in my life. I loved everything there was about Utah. The seasons, the environment, my friends. That's where I learned how to ski and snowboard. That is where I learned how to do Boy Scouts and camping and met a lot of very influential people in my life. Utah was incredible place, but that was also kind of a dark place as well. Not only with my family, but I was also starting to get into some drugs too as well. Even as a middle schooler is when some of that stuff started to happen. So from there, moved to New Mexico for a year. There is a lot more context into that year that I'm sure I can't get into. From there, I moved to the Midwest, to Wisconsin, and that's where I have been ever since. Went to high school here, finished out high school, got into partying, got into girls, got into a little bit of drugs, but nothing too crazy, and got into a whole bunch of that. And it wasn't really until I met my wife that I settled down, to where I got organized, to where I got all the bad habits and influences in my life out. That's where I got to be a better person. I ended up going to get a 2-year degree in supervisory management. My mother-in-law at that time, kind of really directed me to go that way. And that's what I really enjoyed doing. Leadership really was drawn to that, and it has paid off for me, really well. From there, I got into corporate. I got into, wanting to move up the chain, to wanting to, go that way, to trying to impress everybody, trying to do all the sort of, corporate stuff, that you think is beneficial for you. And it's not until I read a couple of books, read some stuff on entrepreneurship to where I really got into that. It really opened up my eyes into the possibilities of wanting wealth, not money or status, and getting out of it and, making assets, digital assets, permissionless types of platforms, and learning more than a few different, types of skills, customer experience, sales, marketing, business, leadership, finance, all that sort of stuff is when I got pretty crazy into that. And I've enjoyed that, ever since. And that's who I feel that this channel will be for. For the person that wants to figure out what they want to do in life, who's struggling to figure out, who they are as a person. To give you the skills, the mindset, and learning that I wish that I had 20 years ago, 25 years ago as a younger kid. Somebody to help guide me and support me, and to do it no matter what. Even if I failed 20 times, 20 different ways, they would be there to pick me up and to help me succeed no matter what. That's the type of person that I want to attract to this channel. I know we're all going through hardships. I know that sometimes it can feel like we're alienated, that we're alone, but I promise you, you're not alone. We all have each other, and I think that we can give back we can do good things just to do good things. I've struggled in my personal life with family members who have cancer and who have really bad diseases. And those struggles are very real, and they hit me like a ton of bricks every day I wake up. But this channel, I want to help you find your purpose, give back to the world, to do something meaningful that you're passionate about, to where you can make a valuable amount of income to pay off your debt, to spend more time with your family, to learn the skills that I wish somebody had taught me even, so many years ago. And in this channel, I want to teach you offers. I want to teach you sales. I want to teach you marketing. I want to teach you, high ticket, high leverage type of assets that you could implore and that you could sell and that you could build to customers and build your own portfolio for yourself. If that person is you, I think that you should subscribe to this channel. I think you're going to find something very valuable, and we're going to build a really, really amazing community. So thank you, and let's kick ass in 2026.